Hello, this is my 11-month post-op gastric bypass video. I had my gastric bypass on December 2nd, 2014 in Akron, Ohio with Dr. Dan Adrian. And I am 11 months post-op. I started my journey. My highest weight was like 401, which I never really advertised to many people. So it was like 400, it was 401, and I about died when I saw that number. But when I started going to my doctor, I was 393, and today I am sitting at 246.2 the last time I weighed, which puts me at 147 pounds lost. So I'm like, I could have probably stepped on the scale to see if I have lost any more, but I'm kind of just a little leery about stepping on this scale. I just realized my dryer and washer is running, so I hope you can hear me because it's like really close and really loud. I probably could have stepped on this scale and just weighed in, but I'm just super paranoid about not doing that all the time. So you may get an update of weight before year, um, my year post, surgery. I would love to see 160 pounds lost on my year anniversary, but if I only see 155, I will be okay with that too. Really, if it was 150 pounds, that would be okay too. I have so much, and I'm kind of in the dark, and I'll tell you why. Normally, when I do my videos in here, the light glares down and you can't really see me, and I don't know if this is worse or better, but the light is like right above here, and it glares down, and it's like I don't even have a nose sometimes when I'm trying to do my videos. So I thought, well, let's just try it with the light off, because I wasn't going to do a food haul. I really wasn't going to do anything of that sort. It was just going to be really checking in for my 11 months. So yes, real quick, let me just go through some things that has been on my mind lately that I will share with you. Plastic surgery. I do have my 1 year appointment coming up with my surgeon, my doctor, and I'm genuinely thinking about making my first my plastics consultation with a plastic surgeon. I'm not saying I'm having plastic surgery, but I do want to at least see what they say. From what I understand, my insurance company does cover it under certain circumstances, blah, blah, blah. At least it's not a closed door, because that's really the first obstacle, is in getting your insurance to prove it. So that there is going to be pretty high on my list, as far as that's the first step, my insurance company. Then I hear it's really painful. I mean, I would be more scared, honestly, of my plastic surgery than I would be my gastric bypass, because dummy me, I watched them do it. I watched a video on YouTube of the surgery, and let me just tell you that I'm like totally freaked out since I watched it. It's like, ugh, just the thought of what they do to you is just, I guess I didn't really think about it. I mean, it's like they're cutting and burning and like a butcher shop, and it just like really got to me. But then I see people's results after they have it, and I'm like, wow, that's really amazing. What they can do. My husband keeps joking, well, if you're getting plastic surgery, the first thing you're getting is these, you know? And I'm really sad to say that I was wearing like a 48 double D, sometimes triple D, depending on how the bra was made. And the bra that I have on right now is it's like a 40C. And without getting too, I can take my hand, I don't want to show anything. I can take my hands, and I have all my point. I'm not filling up my bra, like there's all this bra. And so really, and I know it depends on how the bra is made, but I could probably fit into like a 38B. And my husband is not enjoying the B part, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, you're losing the good stuff. And I have no control over where it comes off at. I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't really want to I don't need to be bigger. I wouldn't mind some lifting though. You know what I mean? So my main concern with if I would get surgery, plastics, would be my arms. Would be, and I know when you go in for your consultation, he's going to take a marker, he or she, and just kind of mark you up and show you where what would be. And so I am going to schedule a consultation. I'm not saying I'm getting plastic surgery. I'm going to consider and weigh my options because the skin is becoming an issue. And for example, if I put on a pair of jeans, I almost feel like, I can fasten the jeans, but then it's like, oh, I got to stuff the excess skin in too. You know what I mean? And it's kind of just, ew. It's kind of ew. But I mean, it is what it is. I just don't know, honestly, if I want to go to the extreme of that. Do I want to live with the excess skin? Because, I mean, let's just be honest, clothes cover a lot if you're smart. But I really thought that I would be more secure in my skin after losing I've lost almost 150 pounds, and I don't know that I'm any more secure in my skin than I was at 400 pounds or 393. I feel so insecure still. I don't like to be naked. I don't like to look in the mirror. This is probably normal for most of you. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a freak. I don't know. But if my surgery, if I got plastics, one of the first places I'd be interested in is my arms here, because honestly, if I take, what hangs here is quite extensive, and it comes onto the other side, and it's just, it looks okay in clothes, but out of clothes, it's not a cute picture. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. My legs, I have excess skin, but my belly and arms, I think, would be my top priority. So we'll see what comes of that, but I'm definitely going to investigate. I'm definitely going to see a doctor. I'm definitely going to see what my options are. Also, food journaling. Food journaling is so important, but I got to tell you, I have tried every stinking weight loss program to track your calories, and I cannot stand using my phone to do it. I get so aggravated. I just prefer my pen, and give me my tablet, and I'll keep track like the old school way. I don't know why. I do not like the apps. I feel like it's too time consuming, too much effort, too much work. I'd much prefer to just jot it down myself. So I don't know. I mean, my husband's like, I don't know what the big deal is. He loves the apps to use, but I struggle with them for whatever reason. So, what else? Let me see. Oh my gosh. I was drinking a lemon. I hate plain water, so I had tried a lemon, cucumber, mint water, and I drank it for like 3 days, all day. Didn't have tea. I mean, I was just jugging this stuff down. You know what I mean? And this is so embarrassing, sort of. So I'm like, I come home from work one day and my stomach's making all these funny noises. And I'm like, what in the world is wrong with me? To make a long story short, I'm like running to the bathroom. Apparently, this water that I'm drinking is some sort of cleanse. And so I was being cleansed. It was ugly. I loved the water so much. I was getting in my water, and it tasted so good with the cucumbers and lemon and mint. And obviously, I won't be doing that for a while unless I'm going to be home, because it was just crazy. I didn't know I was drinking a cleanse drink, apparently. My husband looked it up, and he's like, that's a cleanse drink. Do you know that? I'm like, no, it's just water. So, yeah, that is what that is. So, what else? Oh, we took my son. We took my son tonight trick or treating, and my youngest is 11, so it might be his last year doing it. He said, "Mom, I don't want to do it next." And we don't usually go trick or treating, honestly, that much anyway. But we thought he wanted to go. Let's just go. He's like, next year I just want to hand out candy. So he has this big bag of candy in my house today, and I'm like, Daddy's leaving for work, and so can we put it in the trunk? And so Daddy has it with him, and tomorrow you can have a few more pieces. No, he wasn't having that, because I don't want it to be in my house. Would one little piece of chocolate hurt me? No, but I don't want to eat it. You know what I mean? A little something this small. I found that when I do something like that, so if I have a piece of something, then I'm going to want more. If I don't touch it, then I don't want it. You know what I mean? So it's just best if I don't touch that stuff at all. But I do. This is something I've started doing, and it may be extreme. When my husband works like a few jobs, but his night job, when he leaves, I pack. If the kids have school lunch stuff, all the kids' school lunch snacks or their snacks, he has in the car with him at night. I won't leave him in my house because if I get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to pee, and I'm like, oh, you're hungry. I do not want it in my house because I do not. If I come down here if I come downstairs to get a drink of water or something, I don't want anything in the house where I can do damage. If there's a yogurt, okay, fine. You eat a yogurt for 100 calories, whoopie-doo-dah. I don't want something in this house that is going to cause me much damage. I just don't. Even I'm to the point I don't want to buy sugary cereals because I'm really understanding how quick as I lost the weight, I could gain the weight if I go back to my old habits. And it's just the reality. I keep hearing stories of people at work that they ask me about surgery. They ask me about my weight. They're like, oh, I know 3 people who had it and they all gained their weight back. You know, I've heard things like that. And I'm like, it scares the out of me. You know what I mean? It just does. It's my responsibility not to gain the weight back. It's nobody else can do that for me. There's going to be food around me forevermore. I have got to learn what it is for me. It is nutrition, and I need to keep it nutrition. And that is my plan. Pray for me, because I have always been an emotional eater. And there's times, when I'm sad or I'm angry, it comes on me. I mean, I want to eat. But I don't know. This journey is real, people. I'm just telling you now. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, but it is a lot. I mean, it's a real mind battle because it just is. I know that I can eat food now. I know that if I want to sit and eat a candy bar, that it'll go down. I might get sick from it. Don't take me wrong. I mean, it might make me nauseated for 3 hours. And that's another thing. It's one of the reasons sweets, if I try something sweet, I can get it down. It's not an issue, but it does make me nauseous. I would prefer not to be nauseous. Just give me a protein bar. It does that. It'll take that sweet appetite craving thing away. Anyways, anything else that I wanted to talk about real quick? I can't think. I can't think of anything else right now. But so yes, 147 pounds lost. It's the reason I'm here, to just check in. I think the last time I did my video, I was 142 pounds. And so when I jumped on this scale and I saw 146, it made me happy. I was like, it makes me happy. And my husband's like, you're all bones. And obviously that's not true. I'm so not bones. I mean, I've got flubber everywhere. I just do. But we took my son trick-or-treating tonight. I mean, we walked around the whole freaking town. And I did it just fine. I would have last year, I would have said, after the first street, I would have been like, okay, I'm going to sit in the car and you guys go finish this by yourself because I'm too tired. And honestly, it was just painful for me to walk. Not only was I out of breath, but it was just literally painful. My knees and my legs ached like nobody's business. It's hard when you're carrying around that much weight. I don't think, it's so easy to look at somebody and judge them when they're overweight and think they're lazy. You know what I mean? But you try putting 200 pounds on you or 300 extra pounds and see how far you can walk. See how energetic you are. And maybe that's my own fault because I did that to myself. But I think that we need to have sympathy and some compassion towards people who What, baby? Are you okay? I'm almost done. What is it? Come here. You can talk to me. It's okay.
Passwords aren't working on stats.
Go ask Jim. He'll know. Okay.
No, the real Jim 02 is not working. So
For Wi-Fi?
Slapping.
Wi-Fi. Oh, Wi-Fi is not on mine. Well.
Slapping. Slap.
Ask Jim. He'll know, sweetie. Okay. And
I'll check. I don't know.
I'll check it in 1 minute. Okay. So, anyways, okay, I'm gonna be done. So, you guys are always encouraging and inspiring, and I just give a shout out to all of you girls who inspire me every day. You do. You inspire me. I get to see what you're eating. I get to see that you're moving and that you're exercising. By the way, I have been doing Zumba in my house quite a bit. So I'd like to think that had something to do with some more of my weight loss is the Zumba. And I've really been focusing on my protein, getting in my protein. The protein's so key, girls and gentlemen. It just is. So, yay! I hope that I get to come back next time and tell you that I'm 150 pounds, 155 pounds, 160 pounds lost. My husband's like, well, okay, so, if you get to your goal eventually, which was 220, that was my goal for my doctor. It may not be my doctor's goal for me, but it was my goal. He's like, are you going to be done? Are you just going to focus on maintaining? And I don't think I need to get there first before we cross that bridge. But I'm thinking, I hear typically that people gain 20 or 30 pounds back eventually from their lowest weight. So I'm thinking of the lowest I can get. And just to see 199 on the scale would be like a miracle for me. Like 199. The weight that I am right now, I have not weighed since I've been 18. And I was 18 the last time I weighed this amount. It's just crazy. So crazy in a good way. There's battles with this surgery and this process and this journey every day. So I don't want people to think it's just simple and it's, easy peasy. This is a process mentally, physically. Yeah, it definitely is. But it's worth it, and it's worth it. I hear people talking and battling about whether the sleeve is better than the gastric bypass or the which one is better. I wanted the sleeve originally. I'm just going to tell you, I went into my doctor saying I want the gastric sleeve, and he talked me out of it. He said with as much weight as you have to lose and how much research and how much evidence is in the gastric bypass compared, because the sleeve's kind of a new surgery. I'm not cutting on it, ladies. I'm just telling you what my doctor said. He said you will do better with the gastric bypass. So I don't know where I would be with the sleeve, if I'd be the same, if I would be less, more. I have no idea. But I don't regret getting the full gastric bypass ever. I think my doctor knows what he's talking about when it came to me. He does sleeves for many patients. He just thought with as much weight that I have to lose, that I cannot wait to see him. By the way, I just cannot wait to see my doctor for my 1 year appointment. I'm going to hug him. I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see my doctor. I will take a picture of me and my doctor so you can see him. He is a cool man, and he has saved my life. This surgery has saved my life, and it is my responsibility. I am so blessed to have had this surgery, and it is my responsibility because there's so many people out there that want this surgery that either they don't have insurance, they can't afford it. I am not going to squander this away. Pray for me, positive thoughts towards me, whatever. I will make this work. I will not gain back my weight. It's fully my responsibility to make sure that I do the right things now. The surgery is just a tool. It is not an answer. It is not, oh, I have this surgery now, I can just live like I used to and I'll be fine. It's not the way this works. You have got to be dedicated. I have got to be dedicated to keeping to my new habits, to keep the weight off, to stay healthy. I want to live a long life. The whole reason I had surgery was so I could see my grandbabies one day. I was worried. I was worried at 400 pounds, at 393 pounds. How long are you going to live at that weight? You know what I mean? Like, and I kept telling myself, how many, I kept thinking, how many 90-year-old, 400-pound women do you see walking around? I didn't. And it concerned me. I'm thinking, where's all the 400-pound, you see the 400-pound women at 30 and at 40, but where are they at 60 and 70 and 80? I don't see them. I'm concerned. I'm like, so I just want to live a long life with my husband and my family, and I want to be the best I can be for them and for me. I wasted so many years. I think everything happens, timing is everything, so maybe the timing wasn't right if I would have done it 10 years ago or 20 years ago. I do think since I'm done having babies, I'm glad I waited until after I had babies, because I know people who've had the surgery, then had babies, and put back on the weight, because that's hard, getting pregnant, and you have to gain weight, right? Because you're taking care of a little baby. Anyways, so yeah, I'll be in touch. I'll let you know how my 1-year appointment goes. I will let you know if I get my consultation scheduled. I'll let you guys know all that stuff. I'm so excited. Life, a year. Gosh, the year has just flown by the way. It has just flown by. So amazing. I remember coming home from surgery and just being like, oh, you have that moment of, oh my gosh, what did I do? Like, what did I get myself into? Because you're miserable for a few days, And of course, when you're having dumping, one last thing. I shared with you that dumping incident I had. I don't know if that's what it was, but last night, I don't know what happened. I hadn't ate, so it wasn't food. The only thing I had that day was my protein shake. I had a Greek yogurt and some cheese and meat. I mean, I didn't eat anything that's off my diet, anything that would have been considered something that I shouldn't have had. I had those major pains again. I had another episode. I don't know what it is. Last thing before I go. Since I've had this surgery, I have 2 or 3 periods a month, and I'm just tired of it. Now, I realize only one of them is really my genuine period because of the fact that I know what I feel like on my period. My breasticles get sore like so many days before my period. I get crampy. I get moody. My legs hurts. My whole body aches. I know what my period feels like. So I have that for like 4 days, which is weird in itself. Then I will bleed like halfway in between that and when I shouldn't be. So then I'll just start bleeding, but I know it's not my period because I'm not crampy, I'm not sore, like all my symptoms that are period like, no, but I bleed like it's my period. Before I had surgery, I had just a couple little episodes like that. I was always very regular. I always, you know what I mean? I'm a little concerned. I probably should see my female doctor, but I think it's maybe somewhat normal. If you've lost so much weight, your body is in shock. I don't know if it's anything to be concerned about. It's been probably over a year since I've had my female doctor visit. But anyway, yeah. All right. Love you, chicas. Love you, gentlemen. I am so thankful that you guys are so supportive. And if I have a question, or if I reach out to one of you with a question, you guys are always quick to answer. So you guys are amazing. And of course, I just love your videos. I watch your videos all the time, people. I'm just telling you. All right. Love you guys. Bye. I'll be in touch soon.